Have you ever looked up at a building so tall that its peak was lost in the clouds and wondered how in the world did they build something so lofty? Or maybe you've seen a massive wall snaking through the landscape and marveled at how those ancient builders managed such an undertaking. Throughout all of human history, we've been on this incredible journey of constructing higher, stronger, and more magnificent structures than any other animal could ever dream of. It's truly amazing, and why wouldn't we? We humans are pretty proud of our brains, our ability to create and innovate. We really take pride in our languages, right? They're just so perfect for expressing all those little complexities of our thoughts and experiences. It's like each word has its own vibe. But there's a small detail in the story of human language that most of us do unknow, and it might make you feel a little less special. You know, it feels like humans have always chatted in different languages, right? But guess what? That hasn't always been the case. Once upon a time, there was a magical moment in history when every single person on Earth spoke just one language. It was a beautiful time when everyone understood each other perfectly, sharing thoughts, dreams, and stories without any barriers. In fact, it was this very harmony that caused the first division among different groups, leading to a complex tapestry of identities. Humans, separating us into races and creating the groundbreaking concept of otherness. That would ultimately change the course of history forever in ways we are still discovering today. To understand why language is split and what that means for us today, let's travel back in time before civilization. Back to the days when humans were making tools out of stone and hunting wild animals for food. For hundreds of thousands of years, we lived like this, in harmony with nature, until something truly incredible happened that changed everything forever. A group of early humans experienced a groundbreaking eureka moment that changed everything. They began farming. They started to domesticate plants and animals, leading to the establishment of permanent settlements. This monumental shift marked the dawn of civilization, paving the way for communities to thrive and cultures to flourish. As cities grew and evolved, there emerged a greater necessity for larger groups of people to collaborate effectively and work together harmoniously. Building projects like houses or irrigation systems required a lot of hands, careful planning, and seamless coordination among various skilled workers to ensure everything runs smoothly and efficiently. And to coordinate all these people, someone needed a way to convey complex ideas and instructions. That's where language came in. At first, it was probably pretty simple. Just a few hundred words to describe basic concepts and objects. But as humans continued to build more elaborate structures and technologies, the complexity of their language grew right along with them. The Shona people of Zimbabwe have a fascinating legend that beautifully explains how language originated and evolved over time. Long ago, humans only knew one language, and everyone got along well in harmony, sharing stories and laughter. A great king named he wanted to construct a tower so tall that its majestic top would reach the sky, a symbol of unity and strength. Excitedly, he called upon all the people to lend their hands and help him bring this incredible dream to life. The people worked tirelessly for 7 long years, laying brick upon brick with unwavering dedication, until it seemed as if the magnificent tower would touch the heavens themselves, reaching for the sky in a breathtaking display of human achievement. The gods, feeling a deep jealousy towards the humans' overwhelming hubris, decided to punish them severely. As the people slept soundly, the gods mischievously changed their language, ensuring that nobody understood anyone else anymore. The lack of communication among the team members led to a complete breakdown in coordination. As a result, the construction of the tower came to a halt, and sadly, the project was never completed. This is definitely just a legend, but it truly reflects a very real phenomenon that many people experience. As humans migrated around the globe, they encountered various groups who had developed their own unique languages and cultures. Over time, these languages gradually diverged from one another, creating a rich tapestry of communication and expression. As time went on, these linguistic differences grew so significant that people found it nearly impossible to understand one another, no matter how hard they attempted to communicate. Scholars estimate that this fascinating process began around 10,000 years ago, gradually evolving and branching out to create the hundreds of unique languages we have today. It's truly remarkable. This whole separation into different language groups is what really makes us stand out, you know? But honestly, it's pretty wild that we didn't even know how it all started until recently. Sure, we know that when different groups of humans migrated to new areas, they developed their own languages because they needed to adapt to different environments and ways of life. For example, some languages developed terms for snow because their speakers lived in cold climates, while others didn't even have a word for it because snow was unpart of their everyday experience. Languages have evolved in fascinating ways, shaped by the environments in which their speakers live. For instance, those in flatlands develop different linguistic features compared to those in mountainous regions, while communities near rivers or in deserts also influence their languages in unique ways. This connection between geography and language is truly remarkable. All of these fascinating factors played a huge role in shaping how humans categorize the world around them. They also influenced the way people expressed those categories through their unique languages, reflecting their diverse experiences and perspectives. But after the split, humans began to drift apart in other ways. too, creating emotional distances and misunderstandings that deepened over time. As time went on, groups that once shared a common language began to evolve and diverge, developing unique identities and perspectives that shaped how they viewed the world around them. Their cultures and values diverged, and as they changed, so did their languages. Before long, speaking a certain language became synonymous with belonging to a particular race. The Tower of Babel stands as a powerful symbol of humanity's fall from grace, serving as a poignant reminder of the incredible glory we've lost by losing our common tongue and the unity that once connected us all. Not all scholars are on the same page regarding whether the Tower of Babel is a genuine account of how languages originally split and diversified. In fact, some think that the whole story might be an example of what's known as a primeval myth, a story that explains the origins of something that's difficult to understand or explain otherwise. Take, for instance, the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh. In it, the hero goes on a series of adventures that test his strength, courage, and wisdom. Along the way, he learns important lessons about life, death, and the human condition. Many scholars believe that stories like this aren't meant to be taken literally. Instead, they offer valuable guidance on how to live a good life, providing wisdom and inspiration for our everyday choices and actions. Considering that our ancient ancestors didn't leave behind a treasure trove of written records during the earliest days of civilization, those primeval myths we hold on to might just be the most valuable insights we have into how they perceived and understood the world around them. So is there any truth to the story of the Tower of Babel? It's definitely intriguing to think about a time when all humans might have communicated in a single language. However, it's hard to believe it was anything like the story told in the Bible. There's really not a lot of solid evidence to suggest that humans actually existed at the same time and in the same place as other ancient species. It's more likely that various groups of humans evolved separately and independently from one another, each developing their own unique languages as they navigated their distinct environments and cultures over time. The theory, widely recognized as the multi-regional hypothesis, is strongly supported by extensive genetic studies conducted on modern humans. Some researchers suggest that Homo sapiens evolved simultaneously in various regions of the Old World, including Africa, Europe, and Asia, showcasing the incredible adaptability of our species. Each population had its own unique language, and as they spread out over the globe, those languages gradually diverged and evolved, eventually becoming unintelligible to outsiders. It's fascinating how this process unfolds. Today, scientists can use sophisticated computer programs to meticulously reconstruct how languages have evolved over time, revealing fascinating insights into their historical development. By comparing the words in various languages, linguists can identify shared roots and common ancestors. This fascinating process is often referred to as the Tower of Babel, highlighting the intricate connections between different cultures and their languages throughout history. Researchers have made an astonishing discovery. All the languages spoken around the globe can actually be traced back to one common ancestor. This theoretical language, which predates written history, serves as the root of our diverse linguistic landscape today. And while it's impossible to know exactly what this proto-language sounded like, scholars have made some educated guesses. According to one analysis, the words in this ancient language probably sounded something like this. As you listen to these reconstructed sounds, remember that this is just one possible version of what the world's first language might have sounded like. The truth is, we can't know for sure since nobody recorded the sounds of these ancient words. However, the study does show how similar all the world's languages are at their most basic level. We may have started out speaking different languages, but at some point in the distant past, we all understood each other perfectly. And while we've lost that ability, it's comforting to know that we're all connected by a common ancestor. Maybe the real reason humans speak different languages today is because we've forgotten that we're all related. It's easy to get caught up in our differences and lose sight of our similarities, especially when those differences are emphasized by politicians and media outlets. But the next time you hear someone speaking a language that you don't understand, take a moment to appreciate the fact that your ancestors probably understood theirs. After all, we all come from the same place and we all have the same basic needs and desires. It's what makes us human. So what do you think? Does the story of the Tower of Babel make sense to you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos. Thanks for watching.